I can't believe that YouTube stopped.
Never had that before.
No. And I really,
no fish nuggets.
I really don't want to go.
So what's the, is this a fish?
Periscope.
Hey, it's indeed, it's a fish. It looks like fish.
It does kind of, doesn't it?
Oh.
It's kind of.
But it's a chicken.
Yeah.
And this was fooled like this. Now it's...
you know how much that cost?
This one?
Yeah, take a guess how much that cost for all that...
230, no. 120, no, 90 NT.
No, not that low. But seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
It was $289.
289.
Yeah, not bad.
I think that's also good, yeah.
Here we are.
It's similar to a KFC bucket, I think. I've never been to KFC before. Hey Bernardo, welcome from, where are you watching from? From Germany this time?
I mean, look at the resolution. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's really great. But it doesn't work. It doesn't matter if it, keeps cutting out. But when you watch the replay, there'll be the gap between when somebody said, "Hey,"
But they are still running then here, the Taiwan live.
Yes, and I do have a viewer count on the top. Shows you got two watching now, but I'm one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't get the numbers on YouTube initially.
But you get the replay.
You get the replay, yeah. Well, the sound is better on YouTube too. Hey, Matthew. Hey, you know what? Hey, we got a better color this time around too. Matthew, thank you. Yeah, and it is, and it's also in stereo. Yeah. Remember that used to be in stereo were available. Remember those days on television?
Or Dolby Surround.
Yep. You want to know how old I am? I remember when they used to say in color. But here's the cool thing. I was born in 1956, but my dad had a 1955 RCA color television with a big round tube. So I grew up watching color TV. So all my friends from the neighborhood would come over and go, "Wow, look at that! That's what it looks like." I'm like, "What do you mean?" The Munsters is in color.
The real Munsters.
What the heck's wrong with you? What's wrong with your TV set? Yeah. And we had a real antenna. My dad was the first color television technician in the state of Florida, and we had like a real antenna. And how I got my start in radio and TV and the whole thing was when I was 16, I worked for the TV shop. They used to drop me off in the truck with a couple pieces of pipe, a roll of cable, some connectors, and a box with an antenna in it. And 45 minutes later, they would come back. I drilled holes and put a bracket on the side of the house, stuck, because it's Florida, stuck the pipe down in the sand, put the antenna on, and I knew how to aim. I knew where it was, and I just got it. Yeah, it was amazing. That was the old days. So
I remember that my brother asked my parents, "Hey Dad, in the old days, was everything black and white?" Because he thought everything was black and white.
Yeah.
But
not just TV. You mean like? That's a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, how can we prove that?
Hey Bernardo, how you doing? All right, good to see you. Exactly. Well, the thing is, in those days, right, in the 60s, all the TV shows would start out the first year in black and white because they didn't want to spend the money on the film and the processing because they didn't know it was going to be a hit. So all those shows, you don't know those shows are from America, like The Addams Family, The Munsters, Gilligan's Island, these classic shows. The first season is always black and white, even Lost in Space. And then they went to color once they signed on for a second year. Then they spent the money. So yeah. The sound here isn't as clear as on YouTube stream.
I think that's two reasons. One is I broke down my microphone, so I just using the regular iPhone microphone. I'm sorry, but maybe tomorrow I can buy a new one because the glue of the I tried to glue my microphone and the glue gets into the diaphragm. Oh, so sad. So I need to buy a new one tomorrow. So hopefully they have that available. Otherwise, I cannot do anything.
Well, we already know they're in Taiwan, so
yeah.
Just a matter of getting them. So do you know what the name of this chicken is? The Tang Lao Jin. It's like the fat old uncle.
Pang Lao,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh, pang, like him pang the pang.
did you like show them what the chicken looked like?
Yeah.
I mean, did you take a piece out?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's well, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of our alcohol wipes that we have here that we use for sterilization and stuff, and for cleaning the camera and things, and making it look nice and cool. So, Jay boy, how you doing?
Oh, somebody is.
Jay boy, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. So anyway, yeah, this is what the chicken looks like. It looks really, really nice. Succulent pieces of deep fried chicken. And for those of you on Periscope, yeah, there it is. It looks nice. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you. Suddenly, it looks like the messages are doubling, and I don't know what it is. Strange, but so.
So I remember. So you are using the Streamlabs, and I've seen
Streamlabs.
Also, other people are using Streamlabs in combination with Twitch.
Yeah.
And there is this American dude that's doing this Twitch in Taiwan, and they are also supporting him just by giving like $5 or something like this.
Yeah.
To give a command.
Yeah, well,
monetizing.
Well, Streamlabs is really good for people who want to do like the begathon type of streaming. You know, support my stream. I don't feel like working.
Yeah. I understand.
So with Taiwan Live TV, it's like we don't need the money. Just
enjoy.
Yeah, have fun. But yeah, and so it is kind of annoying for me because I got to turn all that stuff off. They got like the tip jar and all these sponsor enunciations. I got to turn it all off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's like a dozen different widgets you can have in here. I mean, it's crazy. But I mean, if somebody were to subscribe to my channel right now, it would be this nice, nice thing in the front. And
there will be like a person running around inside your screen. And thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, exactly. But and I know that YouTube does super chats too, or something like that.
That's right.
I don't know what that is. I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, but for super chats, you need to have at least, I think, thousands.
Yeah.
Or maybe 10,000.
Well,
followers.
for me, to be quite honest with you, this just complicates my taxes. I don't need. Like I told John Ho, I mean, I don't get involved in anything under $50,000 because it's not worth it for me to go to my accountant and spend 3 hours explaining what I'm doing. So.
I get this T-shirt from the real Taiwan Live TV host, MJ. So, if you want to have this kind of T-shirt,
I guess we're kind of missing out here because we're not really seeing the whole thing, but yeah.
So, how do you pronounce this? Taiwan?
Well, yeah, it's
Taiwan. Jin.
What it actually means is on the. These two words mean like on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah, like immediately on the spot. And then these two words mean live streaming.
So you have a word for live streaming.
Two words that mean live streaming, yeah.
So it's Taiwan on the spot.
Live streaming, yeah. So it's a way to say Taiwan Live, but it also lets anybody that reads Chinese understand that it's live streaming. That's what it is. And like in Taiwan, everybody knows FOB. That's how they say FB. That's how they say Facebook. FB, and they say FOB. And so if you say like FOB Zabo, which is these two words, Zabo, or you say FOB Live, most Taiwanese understand that. Also, most Taiwanese understand if you say YouTube Live, they understand that too. And another thing, sorry about this Chinese lesson, but most Taiwanese understand the words live show.
Live show?
Oh. Yeah. If you're out here with your gimbal and stuff like this, if you just say live show, they'll understand what you mean.
Yeah, but if I'm walking around with this T-shirt,
they won't need to ask you.
With your gimbal, then everybody knows we are live. Then.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, that's interesting to try.
And they might want to know like how they can find you. So that's the next thing. So what I didn't do with that shirt was I didn't put the URL or the domain. But for those of you who don't know, it's TaiwanLive.tv. T-shirt for sale. If there's a demand, yeah, we'll fill it. I have a company, in Taiwan, and we have an export license. We can't. What I like to do is get prices down. I can't stand like these $250 and $500 pay-per-view shows and stuff. I want to do like a $5 pay-per-view or a $10 pay-per-view, something like that. But I do have a friend in Taiwan that designs T-shirts, and I mean, yeah, we can do it. But what I plan on doing is doing a flat rate, so that no matter where you are in the world, you buy the shirt and you get the shipping too. Mm-hmm. Because our company has a DHL contract and we can do that. So yeah. I hate that when it's like it's $19.95 and $29 for shipping. It's like, holy cow. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we would do something like that. I have to investigate it. I did it just to, as fun, as an experiment, and because I knew you wanted one, so we just did it.
But Betty maybe also wants to have one.
Maybe so. Now, I will tell you that
I would buy one.
Really? Cool. Cool. Well, let me ask you this. How much would you pay for a shirt like this?
How many US dollars would you be able to put on the table?
So, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, let's find out what the market says, and then if we can do it, we will. I mean, I'm not...
Including shipment, then?
Yeah, including shipping. I'm not expecting to get rich off of making T-shirts, but I mean, it just has to be worth my while. I mean, I don't want to lose money driving down to the store. It's like, it costs me more money in gas to go to Jubei to get them, that kind of thing. But yeah, so paid $30 for a T-shirt.
So how much is shipment to the US? To Betty.
Well, actually, I don't want to reveal that, because then that reveals the margin and stuff. But I have a deal. I can get it low. Like on small packages, I can get it low.
So the question is, can we have a T-shirt for Betty for about $30 US?
Including shipping?
Including the whole shebang.
That is a high likelihood. Especially since it has writing on it, I can get the document shipment rate.
So,
okay, Betty, did you have to pay additional for shipping? No, I understand. Okay, with shipping included, $30. So we're looking at $29.95, including shipping. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, the way to do it is to make T-shirts and use the Amazon system, and so they're in stock in Amazon, and then you just deal with it that way. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
But if Betty right now wants to send the $30 US, is it like a PayPal account or something? She can donate right now, or somebody else?
Right this second? Nope. There's nothing set up. I haven't done it.
You like the V-neck? Yeah, me too. Also like the V-neck.
Now, in Asian society, blue is for men and red is for women. And believe it or not, in this kind of shirt, they only sell 2 colors.
That's the red and the blue.
Yeah, the red and the blue. So yeah. So what I would do
exactly.
What I would do is I would, because I've got TaiwanLive.tv is the website. I would just add another page to with an order form, and we could do that. So
yeah. Somebody suggests what about paying with cryptocurrency? I mean, I'm happy to accept it. Gotta go, enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but WB.
Yes. Oh, that's Uncle Bud. That's his ham radio call sign. Thanks, Uncle Bud. Take care. Take care.
Yes.
Yep.
So he's like a ham radio.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
Yes. You know what I think they're doing? I think they're watching Periscope and listening on YouTube with the earbuds. What I think. It's probably out of sync, but yeah. Yeah, that's a ham radio call sign. Yeah.
I thought about doing the ham radio license, but it's really a lot of technical things before you get the license.
You're a freaking PhD. What are you talking about?
I mean,
it's a lot. Yeah. I got a PhD in chemical engineering. He's worried about the ham radio test.
No, it's more like a 4-hour test. You need to.
You spent 7 years to get a PhD. He's worried about 4 hours. Do you hear what I'm?
I agree.
Okay, listen. For those of you who think I'm right, give me a thumbs up. Like, come on, will you?
You're right.
I got my novice license. Back then there were 5 licenses. I got my novice license, and back then you had to pass Morse code. You don't have to now. That's the great part about it, because the ITU requirement.
Oh, Betty says.
Oh, thank you. The ITU requirement, the International Telecommunications Union requirement, now is gone. But back in '88, anybody who was on the ham radio bands had to know Morse code at least to 5 words per minute. In America, the top class is 20 words a minute. but I went from taking my test in 1988 in February to taking the top class test in October. So from February to October, I went from 5 words to 20 words a minute. It's like,
but could you still do like 5 words a minute right now?
no, I can do about 40 words a minute.
What have you done to improve? Just keep on learning.
Like 5,000 contacts. I had an antenna, a Yagi Uda. It was a six element, but a 3-band antenna because it had a nested 3-band 10-meter Yagi in between, right? And only on 100 watts, I got over 234 countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like learning to walk. The Morse code is just like.
You just got. It's a language, so you just got to keep using it. You know, and people are afraid of languages, but the only way to learn a language is to immerse yourself. I mean, I spoke Chinese in America, not like I do in Chinese. I mean, not like I do in Taiwan. You know, my Chinese in America was very rudimentary as it is here. It was even more there. And so, yeah, it's all about immersion. So, you know what? I put the headphones on. I'm an audio engineer. I just, you know, so, hey, who's that?
Double chin.
Oh, Double Chin, how you doing? Ni hao, ni hao. Hey, Rob Ebner said hi. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Double Chin, we really have not seen you before.
Yeah, Double Chin,
long
好久不见，你在哪里啊？哇. So anyway, so yeah, so what I did, you know, I'm an audio guy, and I had like a parametric EQ that I could really like zoom in on the frequencies and that I was listening to and kind of like notch out things. So hey, it's great to see you too. And who is? Oh, it's Ken Rock. Great. Thank you. See you next time. Take care. Sorry, I got to go up close because it's hard to see.
So Double Chin is in Taipei.
Yeah, that's where she lives.
Klein in Taiwan.
在 Taipei. Oh, duh. 我知道欸. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. Do you still live in near Danshui? Yeah, it's really long time no see.
Yeah, it is.
Are you still using Periscope, Double Chin? I also have not seen you for ages. I mean, once you switch to this other app, I forgot Bunker or something like Busker.
You mean Busker? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Busker went under. They came back, but I don't know anybody that's on them. I did one Busker stream, and I put the phone in my gimbal and turned it on, and I was horrified to realize it was landscape only. So all the viewers were going like this, trying to look at my stream, and the comments were going down the comments were going like this on the, you know, and I just went, okay, into that. That's all there is to that.
That's right, yeah. But also the live streams from some of the Chinese apps, like Huajiao, they are also only...
They're only portrait mode.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Well, you know, you can't dance in the shower in landscape. No. Because it's all tile on the side.
Exactly,
you know, and then
exactly.
Yeah, so it's like...
and also for the gimbal, it also doesn't... usually the gimbal doesn't support the portrait mode.
Now our gimbals do. Like on mine, you unscrew it and you physically move it, and I know this one does too.
Oh, actually never tried.
Yeah, there is a mode for it. Even the old one I had, the Smooth C, when I updated the firmware, I found if I went like this really quick, it would turn into portrait mode. But you got to walk around with a stick sideways instead of walking to it up here.
Strong arms.
But at least you could do it.
Yeah.
And let's face it, most of the Snapchat, you know, live streams are 30 seconds, 60 seconds. So if you go like this, you know, it's not bad. So it's kind of like doing some kind of a lat pull down or something. Yeah. But man, there's so many apps have come and gone, and the one I miss the most is Broadcast.
Me too.
Yeah.
So they went also in chapter 11 or not? I have no idea about this.
Well,
where they are at the moment.
They told me that basically what it amounts to is their investor has given up on it. But they did send me a spreadsheet of their operational costs.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I said, you gotta be kidding. I mean, I could do that personally with, like, you know, beer money. It's not that people think it costs a whole lot of money to run these apps, What costs money is office with the programmers to sustain it. If it's that's what costs the money. But the program. Remember all the Russian scopes? Remember the guys that were doing the jet suits and all that cool stuff they were doing, right? The guy told me that all of that stuff combined right up to the point where they quit was a half a terabyte worth of data.
That's almost nothing.
Yeah, I mean on my desktop I got an external, USB 3 4 terabyte Western Digital drive.
It's almost on my phone.
Exactly. Exactly. So, using Amazon servers, you just pop it, So, if someone were to come along, and because they're not worth very much money now because they've lost their user base, and were to offer them some money, maybe, we could put it back on. So,
I hope you keep up your youthful look till you are my age. Me too, Rob. Me too. Thank you for that, though.
Shut up.
Oh, by the way, I saw that you are live also using the iVideo. So we are both on iVideo right now.
Oh, yes, we are. And in the comments, I already have it set up. So, you can use my promotional code for 10% off. Oh, this is something. I don't know if you know this. But I used to advertise, and Diana straightened me out. Every single time that you guys that you want to go someplace overseas and you turn off. And that's significant because their prices are already really low. And the other thing is, I remember you asked me one time, what's the advantage of using iVideo when you can go to the airport and you can get a SIM card for very low? That's a very good question. And even Abraham asked Jehovah questions like, are you really going to kill this city for 10 people? The point is that they do price matching. So if you can come up with, you come up with an advertisement that says, look, this price is lower than yours, and you show it to them, they will lower your cost to that price. So there you go.
That's one. But for me, what I really like about the iVideo is when you get out of your airplane, you just go to the booth. You just need to show your name. You can pick up the tickets and you're done. If you go to Taiwan Mobile, you need to register. You need to line up. You need to show your passport. You need to register. You need to put your SIM card in your phone. If you don't have a phone, you need to put it in an additional device. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right now, you just go to the booth. You say your name and then just give the package, and then you immediately can just power it on. There's a Wi-Fi, a password on it, and you just can go online.
And it's not a mobile phone kiosk. You're going to like Pelican, which is like the package delivery place, right? So that's the thing. What you just said is amazing. Because you get in line, there's like 10 people in front of you. It's like trying to rent a car. These days, trying to get a SIM card at the airport is like trying to rent a car. And you go ahead of time on the website, you set it all up. The package is waiting, show your passport. Oh, here you go. Sign, and you're done.
Yes. And also what I didn't like about the Taiwan Mobile, for example, is you go there and if it's too early, it's just closed. The Pelican is just open.
True, 24/7. Yeah, they're always open. So there you go. Did you like how it worked like a little Bible lesson into that? That was cool, right?
Could be integrated.
Yeah, that's cool. Just trying to do what I can do. So.
Hey, Double Chin. My question is, do you still play the guitar? Because I remember you were doing so many singing and guitar playing, and I remember also you were doing some live streams on the street, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe you have given up. I'm probably already finished your study.
Phillips is here. Matthew, you were here before, right? Nice to see you again.
Couldn't you use this for all internet even?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And their prices are cheap enough that you can do that.
Actually, if I'm traveling in Taiwan right now, I don't even connect or to the hotel stream because usually it's...
Don't need that.
same speed.
When I do my live streams from upstairs, and you've been in my studio room today, right? I use the Wi-Fi box.
Oh, really? Also,
yeah, I just put it near the window.
Yeah.
Works great. Because I'm trying to prove a point. They're a sponsor, and I do an ad, and for them during the stream, and I let everybody know. Well, we're on.
Yeah.
We're on their service right now. So, I mean, how would it be if if I was selling a Nissan Leaf and I was driving a Tesla, right? So there you go. Is that the box you're using right now? That's the Taiwan box, right?
This is the Taiwan box, yeah.
That is so
So
cool.
I've connected this one to this device, and then I have the other one, which I don't want to move too much, but this one is both a power bank and a Wi-Fi, and I want to know the brand of this one because this is really
buy that too. That's really cool.
Convenient.
Yeah.
And it would be even better if that would have lights, huh?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, this one.
The status light. Oh yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah.
Everything combined.
Well, you saw at A-Mart that they have a battery bank with a light in it, kind of like that, but it's bigger, but it's only like 900 NT.
But also with a power bank.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, but this is really, I really like this quality.
I do too. That one from Korea.
Yeah.
That's the N9, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got the big one, but the big one is like.
I also have the big one. I have them both, and also JL. He also I bought for him I think the big one.
Did you buy it from here?
Yes, from Taiwan.
Wow,
I brought it with me.
Oh, no kidding. That's cool.
And also Swiss Mike. He also had it, so I brought a couple of those lamps.
Wow. You go into business, man.
Almost, yeah, but I don't make any money out of it. It's just.
We can figure that out. I got an export license. Hey, we'll hook it up. Who knows?
Yeah. So those lights. Also, my Shinzu teacher.
Yep.
She also wants to have those lights. So if I have time, we'll bring it.
Well, she can just walk over there and get it any time. I mean,
No, but she lives in the Netherlands. She used to live.
Oh, I see. I
have a long time didn't play live stream because I have to plan my graduation. Yes.
Oh, graduation project. Oh.
Yeah, but you're not doing 24/7 minus the time you're sleeping.
Ready?
Just some rum.
Say one.
Thank you. Do we still have some soda water?
Yep, a little bit here. A little bit over here. How's that?
It's like a homemade, real Taiwan live TV rum.
Yep.
Infused with cassia.
Yep. Now, you too can join us here live. All you got to do is fly to Taiwan. Get on the high-speed rail, take a taxi. I estimate your cost to be probably round trip about $2,475. Yeah, there you go. And you can sit here. Or you can make me a mobile phone video behind a green screen and I'll just pop you in here.
That's awesome, man.
Because you guys have seen me do that with Casper,
You cannot do that with this setup, huh?
No,
because
I can't.
You need to have a
there's no filter to do the green screen here. So yeah, here we are. So, yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm glad you came back.
Unfortunately, I will go to America. Unfortunately, I can't meet Betty. I tried to plan with Betty to meet her.
I thought you were saying like me. Unfortunately, I have to go to America. Oh, you mean? Oh, you have to go to America, but unfortunately, you can't meet Betty.
No, I just want to have it.
Yeah.
Framed in this way.
Yeah. Where is Betty? Where's she at?
Florida.
Oh, really?
Can be hostile in Taiwan. Yeah, I think so.
A hostile? Yeah. Let me tell you something. My wife would be hostile to that problem, to that issue. Yeah. Hey, honey, there's 2 women that want to stay over house tonight. Yeah.
Double chin.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
And
yeah. What do you think about that?
They will sleep in the studio.
Have you ever heard somebody fart in church? That's about how that's gonna go. But yeah,
I think about calling John home.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Line app cannot be run both on this phone and on this phone. Huh?
Oh yeah, that's
so
right. Unless you have separate IDs.
Yes, but WeChat can do that.
That's true. You're thinking about calling John Ho now to put him on with us?
Yeah.
Is there any other app that you have in common, like Skype, maybe?
No. Maybe yes, but I don't have Skype on this phone.
Oh, I've talked to John several times on Skype, and is that an Android?
Yes.
Really? You have an Android too?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because a lot of people talk about Android, so I also want to jump on that.
Yeah, I want to see what it is. Yeah, because I have an iPhone too, but mine's really old.
This is a Huawei.
Oh, really?
Huawei.
That's actually a nice phone.
Yeah. Guess how much money this is? Like.
Did you buy it in Taiwan?
No, in Shenzhen.
Well, I don't know RMB, but I imagine it was probably about 18,000 NT.
How much US dollars is that? 600. No.
Gosh, I can't even do US dollars anymore. But sorry.
Is it not something like divided by 30?
Yeah.
Like 600 US dollars. No, this is 100 US dollars.
No.
Yeah.
100 US dollars. It's like 3,000 NT.
Yeah, 100 US.
Broke your toe. Huh?
You cannot go to San Diego, California, so she has to be there.
Because of those feet. Well, that is terrible. Holy cow.
And I don't have time to...
That must be
you know this.
You knew it, yeah. That must be a... Wow, so like, like if the door won't stay open, you can just use that for like a doorstop because it doesn't matter. So.
Or if you just want to nail something.
Exactly,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just like and what I think is cool, it's like a 100 US dollar. And there's like a double SIM card.
I know, it's amazing. I know. I need a sandy block. Honey, the Huawei, please. Yeah. Wow, crazy.
I think I know. I don't have John Ho.
Well, let me see, because see, I've got he has an Android. I got an iPhone. I got like a 4-year iPhone. I got like a 5S.
So we have four devices now here.
Yeah, we do. And
we are in Hukou in Taiwan, between Hsinchu and Taipei.
We have 4 devices and probably only enough brain power to run 2 of them at a time. That's how I look at it. But be right back. No, we're not in Taipei. We can't stand Taipei. Hey, Dean, how you doing? All right, Dean Wickham.
Oti, where are you watching from then?
I want you to see Casper's shirt. So there you go. Michigan, way up north.
Taiwan Live TV.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't add the TV because it's a .tv.
I know.
It says Taiwan Live, but
.tv.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to revisit that. What do you think? I don't know. We can talk about that.
But I think if you just have the website.
Yeah, on the bottom. That's what I do. On the slides. For the for the show, for the bumpers. I don't have Skype. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't have anything that I can call John on either. But in the old days, he could just send like voice messages on broadcast. Oh, I miss broadcast so bad. But what can I do?
Yes, WeChat, but I don't have him on WeChat.
Right. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Hey, it says John Ho.
Hey.
I'm not sure if this is the right John Ho. Fantasian 333, is that John Ho? Shall we just bell?
Just call him and say, hey dude, if he knows your voice.
I'm just calling a random John Ho.
Yeah.
We are just calling a random John Ho. Maybe it's the right one. Hello John, how are you?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Casper and MJ. Is this the John Ho, the famous John Ho?
Why is your name Future Chemistry?
Hey John. Casper.
Yo, MJ.
John, Casper and I are at Win-Win's, man. We're doing live streams simultaneously on Periscope and YouTube. How you doing, man?
Good. I'm at my friend's place eating some Thai-style barbecue.
Wow. You suck.
Yeah, I'm going local.
Yeah, I guess, man. That's great. We love Thai food. We were next door at the Long Thai.
Do you have your camera on?
Yes, we have.
Camera? We're streaming, man. We're streaming on Periscope and YouTube.
But wait, don't we have the possibility to? Don't we? Hey.
There you go. Now we got him. Now we got him. Now we got him. There's John. There's John.
It's the real John Ho.
Now, don't leave my audience out too. Don't,
Let me put on my headphones.
There you go. There you go.
So we have John Ho here, and we to do like this, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So, oh, he hung up on us.
No, it
No, he
says.
didn't. I'm just kidding.
It says
I'm just
bad connection.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Can't see you guys.
What's the button we need to press?
No great loss. Actually, I don't
You guys
know.
see me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
can
see you.
But wait, I think we need to press this
Yes,
button.
there you go. There you go.
I think.
There you go. Now you see us.
Cap of me.
There you go. How you guys doing?
There we are.
How you guys doing?
What's up?
Now,
This
now,
is amazing.
Now spin it around so John can see the audience. There you go. Hey guys. See the motorcycles in the back and stuff. So there you go.
Yes, we are streaming, and so I think this is one of the first time people can be live like this, huh? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Where's the?
There it is. Yeah. The camera's on the end.
Don't forget to share and hit that follow button.
Yeah. Share hit the follow button. Yeah.
Oh, where are you? Hey John, but isn't that amazing? I just where are you? I just call a random John Ho and we just get you on the phone.
I can't hear you well.
Oh. We are just calling a random John Ho, and that's the John Ho. How come?
I don't know. That's your lucky day.
It was. We didn't know it was you. It just said JH, and Casper said, "Okay, we're pressing the button," and that's it.
We thought we were afraid we're getting another John Ho.
Yeah, like he was going to do something to us, right?
Oh, that's what you're eating.
Oh my goodness!
That I'm eating.
You don't want to see this.
Looks good.
They're in Thailand, and they got barbecue. Okay, they got barbecue. John, show the barbecue again. Show the barbecue again.
Sorry?
We got the barbecue. We got the barbecue.
There's the barbecue again.
You can see the barbecue meat, right? So
Thank
this
you.
is the food I'm eating right now.
Yes, thank you,
I
John.
don't know. I don't know what you guys are eating, but this is better than what you guys have.
Yeah, we're eating fried chicken, John. We're eating fried chicken. We're eating
This is a food battle.
hang now jian.
It's a food battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
对
Uncle Fat.
Yeah, fat uncle. Yeah, the fat uncle fried chicken. That's exactly. Double Chin's got it. It's amazing that you just press like JH and there it was. I wonder if you do that and you just like find an MJ and you press it and it's me. I bet not. I'm guessing not.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
This guy has been living in Shanghai for 10 years. He's also from Hong Kong.
Really? That is cool.
They're in Taipei right now.
Taipei. Hey, check my T-shirt. You don't have that T-shirt, John. I got it.
He's teasing John back.
You can pick it. You can pick it up here.
Hey John, Casper said you can have her for $50.
All I have is a calculator in my pocket.
Yeah.
Cheers, guy. Oh,
I've never had Napoli.
menu?
That's cool.
On our drinking meeting,
This is our drinking menu.
Hendrix gin.
Here's gin. Yeah.
We have something else.
We're drinking 280 NT TTL Limujiu.
Rum.
Yeah.
All good.
280块. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Cheers to that.
So there you go.
So
How many days are you staying in, Casper?
I'm flying to Hong Kong on Monday, but I need to book my flight. And I'm going to meet, if possible, Jonathan JK, and then I will fly to Los Angeles.
Did I tell you there's a direct flight from Taipei to Chiang Mai from July 1st?
Yes, but I need to be in. I need to be in Los Angeles on July 4.
I know. I'm just telling you.
That's a holiday, by the way.
From Taipei to Chiang Mai,
Yeah.
and you need to know that. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
I just need to hop on the flight.
It's a commuter flight, right, John? It's a commuter flight, right? That's a commuter flight, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I can actually fly over too. Let me know when you're going to Taipei again, Casper.
I will be back in Taipei on July 12th.
So my viewers want to know when you're coming back, John.
When I'm coming back?
Yeah, when are you coming back to Taiwan?
I'll come back. You know I have a baby that I'm expecting soon, right?
Well, yeah. So you got to get on.
You seriously still want to travel when your wife is having a big belly?
John, did we?
I'm like, well, if I don't travel now.
John, did we or did we not have this conversation about 2 years ago? How I don't go to Laos and I don't go, to Malaysia and to Borneo and all these other places anymore, right? We had this conversation, right? Yeah. She's like this high.
Everything has changed. Everything has changed.
Yes, it has, and I told you it would. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. That's good though. John, one more question.
Last question.
Yes.
When is your wife's due date?
I think we're expecting mid-September, like 14th or 15th of September, as far as I understand.
Fantastic. Well, please, keep us updated. Now, we're not going to expect you to Periscope the birth, but we want photos, okay? We want pictures. And, keep in touch on the Line group, on Twitter, everything. Let us know what's going on. All right?
I'm going to do another baby shower scope.
Excellent.
In a week or two.
Excellent.
So you guys check it out. Tell your people to follow me if they haven't.
Yeah.
Just follow John Hall, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Casper, you got great scopes, as usual. Kudos to that. Cheers to that.
Thank you.
And of course,
and wherever you go,
Of course, John, all my followers already follow you.
Yeah, they just don't see me on scope. Is Shirley still watching your scopes? I mean your streams?
Say who?
Shirley, naughty Shirley, or
No, I have not seen her.
I haven't seen Shirley for a while.
But I think Shirley was in one of my scopes. I think she was in Singapore.
Okay. I think she's busy.
Yeah, she's busy.
She's busy talking with banks with her cash for $1 million of cash.
Ah.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the thing is, but she does that. She goes away for a while, then she comes back. So no big deal.
Okay, John, it was great talking to you here. So we have like a really multicast.
We do.
Thank you for calling me future scientist. Future chemistry, I mean. Future chemistry. I'm like, future chemistry is calling me for Skype.
Because we have the possibility to use Skype, so we just thought about just calling you.
Exactly.
Perfect, man. All right, you guys have a great night.
You too, John. Thank you. Hey, 再见 哈.
I miss you guys.
再见，晚安。
See you next time.
晚安。
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right.
Hey, that's fun, huh? We just called a random John Ho.
I know, it's amazing. That would have been great, like in the studio show, to bring him in, side by side. But we'll have to arrange that in the future. But yeah, the fact that you just booted up Skype
Because I thought, who's Fantasia 333? I thought that's not the.
I don't know who that is. And I've never heard John associated with that word, you know? So, and it doesn't have anything to do with Hong Kong or, you know, Thailand or Chiang Mai or whatever. So there you go. Usually when it's like about like this, we need to wrap it up, but it's up to you.
We can wrap it up.
We had a glitch, and I guess we were streaming for about 10 or 15 minutes. We're at 46 minutes, so I guess we got a total of about 1 hour. So the only thing, you know, about YouTube is you can't look at the cumulative, you know. Why would I visit Taiwan? Please explain. Now, are you talking about like a, you know, a tourist, right? Well, the thing about Taiwan is it's off the beaten track. You can find places that are not populated or destroyed by foreigners. Now, I've traveled a lot of places in Asia. This is a good question. This is a very good question. I've been places like Kan Sao Road and Bang Lo Pu in Thailand, where I had to walk around piles of vomit left by drunk Australian people. That kind of stuff doesn't happen here in Taiwan. There also are not hordes of retired guys like me with, you know, 20-year-olds. Make your own judgment. But Taiwan's beauty is unparalleled. Places like Thailand is beautiful, but you got to go up to the highlands. There are mountains, but you got to go up north to find them. And Taiwan is so small, and you know because you've been around, you can circumnavigate the island in a couple of days, and you go to the other side, right?
You don't have to backpack.
No, you don't have to backpack. No. Backpacking is a specific kind of, it just means I got no money. If you got money, you don't have to backpack. But, you know, rent a car. And if you can rent a sports car, whoa, man. Can you imagine like a GTR or a Jaguar or something on the East Coast?
Wonderful.
But Taiwan is a sophisticated country with a high level of infrastructure. So even though you don't know the language, there's like internet access everywhere. And there's buses, there's trains. You're not going to get stuck somewhere. I mean, so many times in Laos, and especially in these rural communities, I was stuck for a day because I got one bus, and you miss it, you're done. It comes the next day, unless you want to hike, you know, 200 kilometers. It's not like that. And Taiwanese are, and you know this too, Taiwanese are extremely friendly. I've been living here for a long time, but when I first moved in this neighborhood, I had to tell all the boss ladies to don't let the customers pay for my food. I would show up and I'd eat, I go to pay my bill, and some Taiwanese guy said, oh, this is a foreigner, he's visiting Taiwan, he would pick up my bill. Taiwanese are rich. How many BMWs do you see here?
That's so many.
I'm telling you, I've had, my friend Stefan, who's from Germany, he said there's more BMWs and more Mercedes-Benz in Taiwan than there is on the Autobahn. And they're super rich, they got a lot of money, and they like to spend it, and they'll spend it on foreigners. Don't take advantage of that, please. But you know what I mean. I mean, you can avail yourself of it. You can be polite if they want to, you know, if they want to buy you dinner or something, or buy you a bottle of whiskey. I mean, so many times I've had a guy come out and buy me another bottle of whiskey, and holy cow, I'm not going to drink that.
Yeah.
But the other, not only is the scenic beauty unbelievable, especially on the East Coast, all up and down, because the name of the island was originally Ilha Formosa. In Portuguese, it means the beautiful island. Many people speak English. Certain areas, like around here, no, but we're in the sticks. But Taipei, Taichung, Kaohsiung, all the major cities, they do. But I will tell you this, if you're standing somewhere and you are ethnically different than the people here, and you look bewildered, someone will come up and ask you in English, can I help you with something? Yeah. But the food. This is a food destination.
Wow.
The food is off the charts. Now, we love Thai food, and we ate Thai food tonight, and I've been to yes. I have been to Thailand more than 15 times. I've spent more than a year there. I love Thailand. But Taiwan food is on the same par. It's just different. It's more Chinese oriented. But the food that they have in Taiwan is spectacular, and the tea, Taiwan is quality, 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 quality. Well, if you want to try the food, I'm going to suggest that you go to my YouTube channel. Look for Taiwan Live TV. Taiwan Live TV. Vashgrad Huko. So what I'm trying to say is that even though it's not like Thailand food, of the Chinese style or Chinese family of cuisines, it's Southern style, but it's not Cantonese. It's its own thing. I mean, Taiwanese food is its own thing. There's a separate category for Taiwanese food, and who would know? The other thing, right? It's a hidden gem. Everybody knows about Thailand, and you see ads for Malaysia and incredible India and stuff. What do you see for Taiwan? I go back to the States and there's nothing there. And I tell people about Taiwan and they always get confused with Thailand. I went to see Dr. Sears. They wrote Thailand on my thing. I said, no, it's Taiwan. They go, oh, really? Where is that? Yeah. I felt like Optimus Prime. It's a beautiful island off a blue-green planet. It's like that. So it's like, but you got to tell people. So anyway, Southeast Asia, yeah. Yeah, okay, yep, and you know the taste, yes. But the thing is, as much as I love Laos, I love Thailand very much. I've been in many places, I got many friends there, and
welcome back, buddy.
The cool thing is many of my Thai friends that I know used to live in Taiwan. They all speak Chinese. I got access to stuff that all the other foreigners don't have. And the really funny thing is, right, is I'll be like at a foreigner bar with my friend from Taiwan, right? Hey, Coco, how you doing? All right, yeah, he's wearing his shirt. Yeah, thank you, Coco, thank you.
There we go.
So I'll be with my Thai friend from Taiwan, and we'll be talking Chinese in a bar in Thailand, and all the expats think I'm talking Taiwan or talking Thai.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. So, your Thai is really good. No, we're not talking Thai, man. And the funny thing is, we go to other places, and the waiters and waitresses think we're talking English. It's bizarre. So it's just one of those things. But seriously, the reasons to come to Taiwan are fantastic. But also, it's a very, very good value for the money. As prices are in Asia, okay, Southeast Asian prices are really low, okay? They're super low. If you go to Vietnam or you go to Thailand. Now, Taiwan prices are going to be a little bit higher, but the quality level is going to be off the charts. I mean, you can go to a hot springs hotel where you have in your private suite a hot springs tub big enough for 4 or 5 people. Your whole family can go in there, right? And it might be as cheap as $60 a night. It's fantastic. I mean, in Taiwan, right? Seriously, $100 a night room is expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. And so, if you had a modest amount of money for a vacation, the single most expensive component of that would probably be the flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on where you're from. And if you want to go somewhere and get completely away from civilization and get completely away, from other foreigners and go someplace where they got monkeys in the forest. So,
2,500 US
yeah, I know,
but that's
great.
so strange because for me to fly here is only $650.
Yeah.
And you will be in the plane probably like similar time. I will be in the plane for about 12 hours, and it's only 600 euro.
Yeah.
Dollars. Yeah.
You got to look for the deals. I know what you mean, and it stinks because when I went back to the States, it was expensive just to go back there, for a couple of days for the medical test. But seriously, you can. And if you call ahead, you can rent what we call like a taofan, which is an apartment that it's a small, like maybe a studio with a bathroom. So just you and your wife or something. That's cool. You can rent something like that for like $300 a month.
Taofan.
Taiwan. Yeah, that's the word for like all these apartments that they have over here, you know, like that.
Wow.
So Taiwan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so
that's maybe something for me to.
Yeah, you should have your own Taiwan here.
Oh, it's better maybe than the hotels. Checking in, checking out.
And it's there all the time, and it doesn't matter what time of day you come in. It's yours. You got the key. You open it up. And most of the time, you just rent it by the year. So you just pop the money down. It's yours for the year. So yeah, there's lots of different options. Let me just say this: don't be like everybody is. Yes, Chen is so funny. You know, everybody is Uber and Airbnb and all these like latest things. Okay, Uber is not big here. We have other apps that work. You know, like we have our own Taiwan taxi app, for example. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to leave you guys out, but I was, you know, addressing a Periscope question over here. And Airbnb, you know, is just narrow. See, I make my money because I represent factories that aren't on the internet. So, you know, expand your horizons. Look at TripAdvisor, look at Agoda, look at different places, and you'll find more options. And you'll find that there are a lot better deals than you think that there are. What was the last question that was asked? I didn't see what that was. What's the last question?
How many days in Taiwan? How many days do you live in Taiwan?
Oh, how long have I lived in Taiwan? I have actually officially lived in Taiwan for 14 years.
14. 1/4 times 365.
Excuse me. Some of my tooth. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting your followers, you all.
Beautiful and freedom country? Yes, it is. Because I can scream Tahitian independence and nobody cares.
You can also just drink just alcohol on the street. Nobody cares.
We have gimbals. We could go for a walk. We could go to the High Life, buy a beer, walk down the street and drink it. You know what? You're laughing, right? That's how you get rid of Chinese trolls. I don't know if you know that. No. But if you ever get a Chinese troll, you type words like Taiwan independence or Taiwan or Tahitian independence in the chat stream, and they're instantly removed because their system filters it and kills it.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. That's how you get rid of them. So
only 4 years, but Double Chin, you're also here already for a long time, huh?
Yeah, but that's okay. But you speak Chinese better than me, right?
Do you have any more questions about Taiwan or to be here?
You think it's an independent country? No. It is an independent country. It doesn't matter what I think. I am an immigrant. I went through the process of applying for residency here. Mm-hmm. My wife and I have opened a company. We own property. I have a child. We're in school. None of that involved China. Draw your own conclusion. I'm not political. Right, exactly. But facts are facts. And the problem is that across, you know, the Taiwan Strait, they're not in touch with reality. They're just not in touch with political realities, and they're never going to win the hearts and the minds of the Taiwanese, because one thing that the Taiwanese value more than anything is the right to take a piss on the street if they want to. Because it's Taiwan, and you can do what you want. And as long as you don't hurt somebody else, you can do what you want.
That's the freedom.
It's freedom. I don't agree with that, but you know what? I defend the right to do it. It's different. Yeah. So seriously, like you guys have seen my my scopes where I go to like the 7-Eleven and I buy a beer. You've seen that. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time at the day market in Hukou, I went to have my gimbal and I bought a beer and I opened it up and I was drinking it, walking down the street, and I saw a cop and I waved to him with a beer in my hand. I waved to him and he waved back. You know, so it's one of the safest places. Taiwan is a place where a woman can walk down the street at any hour. At any hour. It's also a safe place for children too, because a lot of, Taiwan parents, will do what they call now in America free-range parenting. Well, that's how we used to do it when I was a kid. Chinese or Mandarin? Chinese is Mandarin.
Or you could say Mandarin is one of the languages spoken in China.
Yeah.
Or is one of the Chinese
Yeah.
languages.
It's my pleasure. You bet. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
When people say, do you speak Chinese, they mean, do you speak Mandarin? Right. But there are like hundreds or thousands of dialects of Chinese, but the main ones are Taiwanese, also called Minnan, and there's Hakka, or they call Kejia, like, so how women are treated. Women have the same rights as men here, and many women here just choose not to get married. There's a huge population of unmarried women who are perfectly happy not being married, to the point where most recently Taiwanese men have been importing Southeast Asian wives because the Taiwanese women don't want to get married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's sort of it's viewed as sort of a problem. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring your questions. They're just coming too fast. We're going to look at them in just a second. 1 out of every 5 children born in Taiwan today is born of a mother not born in Taiwan.
Wow.
But that statistic does not include fathers.
Oh, yeah.
If they included fathers, if they just said spouses, it would be higher. So,
murder cases in Taiwan too.
yeah, but you know that happens everywhere. But that's more about jilted love and stuff. So okay. So what are the other questions about variations of Chinese? I didn't get that.
Yes, we got the variation.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right. Variations of Chinese. Yeah. My dad was stationed in China in World War II, and he shocked the heck out of me one day when I was like 19 years old, and one of my Taiwanese friends came over to my house, and my dad started talking Chinese to him that he learned in World War II in China on the mainland, and it was Mandarin. And my friend was like,
wow.
That's pretty funny. He was just saying rudimentary words, for things, but it was pretty amazing, yeah.
Remember it?
Yeah, it was really funny. He told me a story. He said that where they were stationed, they used human excrement for fertilizer. Yeah, so you would have to be especially careful to wash the vegetables extremely well before you cook them because of the E. coli, right?
Yeah.
But he said every time he went to the latrine, which was an outhouse, he's sitting on an outhouse, and some guy was down below going, "Ding hao Joe, ding hao Joe," because they called G.I. Joe, for taking a crap and adding to the to the fertilizer. So that was funny. So that was then. This is now. So anyway, any other questions? Anyway, we got viewers on YouTube, and it's good, and we've got a really good frame rate and no drops. But we just obviously we don't have the same kind of.
Hey Speedy, where are you watching from then? From which location?
Yeah, where are you from?
Some good questions though.
Yeah, we like questions. We like good, respectful questions. We don't like trolls.
Ingo from the United Kingdom.
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
Checking the time, so it's now 11:30.
Yeah.
It's 5:30 about in the United Kingdom. No, in the United Kingdom it's 4:30 now. You guys there, you choose to have food. Yes.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
I eat Hakka food all the time. Yeah. There are several restaurants that I go to.
4:30. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Hakka food. For those of you who don't know, Hakka, or also called Kejia. Ke means like a polite or guest, and Jia means home or family. So one way to translate Hakka would be guest family, and that's how they treat each other. Now you saw the interview that John Ho did with me and Tony. And Tony was very generous in how he helped me. A characteristic of Hakka culture is that they work extremely hard. They work very hard, and they take care of their families.
Oh, she's from Hakka. Hakka in... I didn't know that.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. And I was in, because this area in Hsinchu has a lot of Hakka people, right? And I went to a Hakka cultural event and saw some movies that talked about early Hakka engineering that they were doing, like agricultural engineering, and I was
like 2,000 years ago or something.
It was incredible. Yeah, from South China, right? It was incredible. But Tony is 9th generation Hakka. They've been in Taiwan for a long, long, long time. And a lot of what was built in Taiwan, especially in central Taiwan, is Hakka. But in South Taiwan, it's Taiwanese or Minnan. Now, when we went to, my wife and I went to Thailand on a business trip to look for factories to make products for us. And we went to a factory in Bangkok, and we talked to the Thai son who spoke to me in English. He thought I was Australian. He's not familiar with accents because I was dressed bush. His father came out, and to me, his father looked Chinese. Well, he saw my wife, and he spoke to her in Fujian language. And my wife responded to him in Taiwanese because she's from Kaohsiung. And they had a conversation because the Fujian and the Taiwanese is almost exactly the same. There's some accent differences. But I asked her later, did you understand everything she said? She's like, yeah. So, cool. So, yeah. I mean, I love stuff like that. I think it's so cool. Because I can, you know.
So where's Fujian then in China?
Right directly across from Taiwan. Yeah. South. It's right in the, you know, in the southeast. Yeah. Right across. So there you go.
Thank you. Hey, Speedy, how did you find us? Taiwan Live TV, huh?
Lots of Thai.
It's looking like who are they doing?
Thai. Yes.
What are they? Why Warren? What are they doing? Randomly.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Welcome
cool.
here in Taiwan.
Thank
That's
you.
so cool about Periscope or YouTube. You can just hop on a random chat, and some of it's really crap, some it's like mediocre, and some is really cool, or anything what's in.
But I got to tell you, the quality of Periscope has really gone down, and you know it has. There's only a handful of guys. It's you know, it's John Sabo, it's Jevons, you know, and to me, the greatest Periscoper in the world is Dave in Osaka. That's my opinion.
I agree that he's one of the great guys, but also like Keizo-san.
No, that's true. No, Keizo, and you know what? And Keizo's very polite. He's very kind, and Yuka's good too. Yes. So, Hokkien and Taiwanese, yes. Well, they're, you know, it's kind of like a strain, like a family of languages.
Yeah, Speedy's from the UK. Welcome, Speedy, to the group.
Hey, Speedy. All right. Yeah. No. We know what you meant. Yeah. So sorry, I'm looking over here. YouTube friends, I'm sorry, I'm looking over here because the comments are coming on Periscope, and I don't mean to exclude you, but we're simulcasting, and you know there's a reason for it because you know, that's what we want to do. For those of you who don't know, there is a companion website for my streams. It's taiwanlive.tv. Okay, just if you go to taiwanlive.tv, that's a website. You can find my website. You can find my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Taiwan Live TV, one word. But the problem is, if you put Taiwan Live TV, you get every Taiwan television station that's transmitting live. But eventually, if you go down, you'll see my ugly face, and then you can click on it. So.
And you see the Taiwan logo.
Yeah, you see the logo. That's my logo right there.
Please remember, you can make a screen cap.
Yeah, there you go.
And then,
Taiwan Live TV. Yeah, that's
1, 2. You can make a screen cap 4, 5, 6. There we go.
That's it. So yeah, that's the whole point. So yeah, and I'm from the States. In the 90s, I had a national talk show on the Talk America radio network that's now been absorbed by, it was the second largest talk radio network in the United States at the time, and I was also concurrently the vice president of engineering, by the way, and it's now been bought and absorbed as part of, I don't know, it was a long time ago. And so, t-shirt, yeah. So what I do now is I do a little show called Late Night with MJ Klein, because it's kind of a joke. It's a private joke. It's kind of a takeoff on my old radio program, but you know, we have a good time. We talk about all kinds of stuff because, like, I'm a 62-year-old guy, and I used to work with CBS Records. I've been a record producer. You know, I've done like 50 albums, and I built 13 radio stations. I've also been a manufacturing engineer for major companies and done a lot of stuff. And you know, when you've accumulated all this thing, you got a story or two. And you know, I've seen like 2 triangular UFOs. I had a Bigfoot encounter. And it's like, you know, so like, pretty much whatever you want to talk about is cool with me, you know, it's okay. And nobody's going to say, oh, you're nuts, because probably not. So that's the whole thing. So
he subscribed. Wonderful.
Thank you.
+1.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Most of the content on Taiwan Live now is just, you know, the show, but...
Do you consider yourself to be a YouTuber?
Well, I guess.
I don't know, what's the definition of a YouTuber?
What's more important than that is I think ivideo.com.tw considers myself to be a YouTuber because they support me. Yeah. You know, they sponsor me for, you know, for internet connections here in Taiwan. All these things are just tools. I gotta make this point really clear. Live streaming is not new.
Bigfoot,
Yes, you did. In North Carolina. I've talked about it before, and I'll tell you what, I'll cover it anytime you want on any new show. Yes, BN62. What were we talking about? Anyway, so yeah. You subscribe. But yeah, I was talking about the website only has you know, mainly this kind of content on it, but yeah.
No, it's but whether you consider yourself as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you create live stream, you create live content.
Yes, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Live streaming is not new. They tell me I was the 2nd recording artist in the world to live stream an actual recording session from a recording studio, and that was in 1996, using CU-See-Me. Remember the White Pine and the Cornell? Yeah. On a PC. Mobile phones didn't exist back then. All we had was the PC. So I have been live streaming since 1996. So when the mobile phone app came out, you know, actually I'm a follower of Terry White. He's an Adobe evangelist, and I follow him because he does how-tos on Lightroom, and I'm a Lightroom user. Yeah. And he one day showed Periscope, but it came out for the iPhone like 6 months before Android. Yeah. So finally, when Android, you know,
who was that with? Who was that with?
Who was what?
The guy
with?
from Adobe.
Terry White.
Terry White.
Yeah, Terry White. And so anyway, you know, I followed Terry White, and I saw him doing Periscope, and I instantly recognized the value. Yeah. And I waited for it to come out on Android, and instantly I started using it. And instantly I started getting followers, but I attribute it, you know, to my background and just being able to talk for an hour about nothing and not go, or, you know, I mean, there's 2 kinds of people that live stream. There's the kind that has something to say to you, and there's the kind that want you to entertain them, and they just sit there and go like this.
Yeah, that's right.
Or they go like this.
I'm watching for the commands to pop on.
Yeah. Or they're from Kazakhstan and you only see half their face, like that. That's the ones you see. And they're always in portrait mode, you know. Or it's some girl with a lot of cleavage and no gray matter. You know, so with me, like what you see is what you get. There's no breast here. You know, it's cerebral content or it's nothing. And so, as a result, my followers are very loyal because they've already decided, well, he's an old fart. I'm one too. Okay, I'm going to subscribe. You know, so it's like, all right.
How old are you then, Speedy?
So there you go.
You don't have to answer if you don't want.
Yeah.
But I think still love the idea of live streaming, that from your couch you can just select the stream, and if it's good, it can be very enjoyable. And
you mean from your couch, or you mean you can watch live streams from your couch?
No, you can watch live streams from your couch.
Because see, the problem is it used to be the man. Yeah, exactly. Here's the problem, though, Casper.
Thank you, Speedy.
Here's the problem, though, Casper. I got a little bit left.
The last rum.
Yeah. The last little bit of rum. Oh, the last couple of drops.
They will be very filled with a lot of cassia.
I'm going to say this, you know, in all.
So we got Uncle Buck back, huh? WP.
Yeah, good. Uncle Bud. I'm going to say this, you know, in all respectfulness, that really, I mean, just because you got a mobile phone and you can stream from your sofa, you might not want to. Because, I mean, it's like, it goes back to years ago when I was a recording artist. We used to always say that we have a responsibility to the public to give good to listen to and to watch.
That's also the pressure, basically.
It is. And I never went for like the, you know, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Turd and the Commodes. I mean, I wouldn't go see them based on the name. But it's like I see some streams, and I go into the stream, and I type, what is the point of this stream? And the really, really bad part is
they don't know.
They don't have an answer. Yeah, they don't know. Yeah. So, like, if you ask me what's the point of the stream, we can tell you. The point of the stream is that we're, you know, a couple of guys, and we're lucky enough and fortunate enough to be in Taiwan, and we're sharing it with you, and we're trying to ask questions. We're trying to interact with you. We're not, you know, like asking you to entertain us. And I think I really think that's important. I mean, I have never gone on Scope, like from the toilet or something, you know, and look at people, you know, entertain me, I'm bored. Or these ones I like. I like this. Who's up, you know? I usually go, the other side of the world, and I, you know, who's up? Like, how narrow is that vision? Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree that these are the people that they see the live streaming as a platform to be entertained.
Yes.
And, I never thought about it, but that's true. Now.
But they should only watch replays.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. But maybe they feel lonely, and by having the idea that if they show some cleavage or whatever, that people have some interaction, maybe they have the idea they matter in a certain way to the world.
But I'm going to say this. In most cases, they want sexual interaction. They're looking for somebody from the whatever sex they're attracted to have some kind of a erotic experience. You know, I'm serious. And that, I mean, back in the See You See Me days, they would have adult reflectors. Reflector is a video server that reflects video back that's sent to it. So when See You See Me, you would send your picture, but you could select 8 different windows of other people that you want to watch that are on the reflector too. And there were many like adult password protected. You could basically have a Sodom and Gomorrah evening if you wanted to, you know. And that's what a lot of it was. And even on Periscope, I mean, how many times have you looked at a female's profile and it's, you know, privates for $25?
Yeah. And I think that
I'm married. I don't need a private.
I watch Periscope for content if I watch you 2 times.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, see.
Thank you, buddy.
Now Casper does have content, and occasionally he does drones. He doesn't scope like a tremendous amount of times, not every day, but the stuff that he does is selective. Like the time that you went to the polls in the election, that was extremely interesting, and you got featured for that, right? And you should have. Other times he'll like fly his drone over various interesting areas, like near the bridge and stuff. I was thinking, oh, you're going to crash on the bridge, yeah. But it's like you got to really choose what you do. I don't stream every day, and sometimes I'll go for a week and I won't stream because I've got nothing to say. There's nothing worse than going, well,
I'm here.
You know,
I have again no story to tell you.
Yeah. So, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, my followers are precious to me. I love them, and I want to protect them. You know. And it's really something to have followers. I've had more experience with that than most people because, you know, I've had a music career since I was young. And I played like the most famous rock club in the world in New York City, you know, Tracks. And I've done some really interesting and cool things. And you know, spent the night with rock stars and stuff, and I'm kind of used to that. But still, you know, to this day, when somebody presses the subscribe button on YouTube to my channel, I always go to their channel and I want to know who they are. I want to find out about them. Where's this person from? What have they uploaded? Because I want to know, oh, maybe I should follow this guy back. He's got some cool stuff. And I always follow back if I find something interesting, you know. You never take it for granted because it could be gone tomorrow. So, all right, take care. Thank you. Thank you.
So great, Speedy, to have you here. And great that you randomly just popped in.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing, too, you know, is with everything that can be done today, you know for a fact that you could be destroyed in a New York second with an improperly photoshopped photo. I've had this discussion with my wife. The discussion is like this: honey, I have the guts to tell you if I'm going to do something inappropriate with another woman, or a man for that matter, anything inappropriate, I will tell you. So she understands that, you know, someday a blackmail photo may come up. And you know, this happens all the time. And we're sitting here in front of this place, and you know what I can do with a green screen? I put you beside me, you know, before the green screen, right? So, like, you know, yeah, there are artifacts, yeah, there are ways to tell, but it takes time and money, and in the meantime, the suspicion is hanging over your head. We live in a society now where you have to prove your innocence rather than, you know, defend it. So, but yeah.
Awesome, cool stuff.
It happens, yeah, it happens. And as time goes on, I expect more of these kind of things are going to happen. Actually, back in the old Yahoo chat days, I actually saw some people that would come into a Yahoo chat room and their username was record cam for money. They would specifically target individuals to record their webcam and then blackmail them for money. So.
I've probably spoke on Waterfalls and one at Columbus and Steelhorse. Actually, Betty, I can't remember them. Probably they're, I'm not sure if they're quite old, like a couple months or longer. I need to watch them.
What is it?
If we have watched the Betty live stream, I can't remember if I saw them.
If we watched Betty's live stream?
Yes, before. She got, I think, two. Yeah, we have to check.
On Periscope?
On Periscope.
Well, Betty, I'm sorry. I have to tell you, I didn't know you were on Periscope. I only know you from visiting me on YouTube, like in
last October. That's
like
about a year ago.
when I visited Steve in Florida. That was like
oh yeah.
Actually, Betty, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that the first time that I ever saw you on my YouTube channel was in Steve's car when we did the karaoke from Steve's car, I believe. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back and look. I didn't know that you were on Periscope.
We're going to have a look.
I'm going to have a look. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oops, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. A lot of times everybody thinks we know everything. You know, we don't. We're not on top of everything.
And also because there are so many people who come in and out, and like Betty was like already being in my scope for already a long time, but I did not check your scopes. And usually, I think, Betty, there are a lot of people who are, you have like a group or something, or you share a lot. I forgot. I'm just watch and follow your activities. Yeah.
I gotta admit, I'm bad. When I look at YouTube videos, they gotta be 10 minutes or under.
Yeah.
I would never watch my replay. I see a buck and a half. Nah, I'm not looking at that. You know, but yet I have loyal followers that do.
Yeah, but
it's amazing.
But we did a 17-hour bike and live streaming through our country.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the last 4 or 5 hours, the quality was not so good. Probably the provider said they were, how do you call it?
They were throttling you.
Yes.
Yeah, want to put a stop to that.
Ah, yes, I remember that. I will come to that later, Paddy. And so, but what the fun thing is...
Okay.
So the fun thing is what with that stream...
Let's go back to the... Yeah.
The fun thing about the stream for 17.5 hours, if I just turn it on the television, what now is very popular is called slow TV. So you can switch it on and you have television for just like 17 hours. You can watch the show, just biking and racing or driving in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
You also have the TV, you can download it. This is the TV station. They travel from somewhere in Switzerland, and this is like on the train. They have mounted the camera for like 4 or 5 hours.
But who can watch that?
It's not. It's like slow TV. It's like relaxed.
Oh, I understand that, but I have a 5-year-old.
No, that doesn't.
Baba, we gotta go eat. Yeah, I know, but I'm watching slow TV, Pumpkin. I mean, we haven't even reached the first station. Yeah, it's gotta fly, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So let's go back to what Biddy was saying.
Yes.
About the karaoke. That was back in January 14th. January 14th, right? Okay.
Yes, that was the karaoke scope.
Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Biddy, I was not monitoring the chat on YouTube. If you were on, and I didn't go back and look at it. If you were chatting to me or us on YouTube,
yeah.
Who is it? Oh, okay.
Trisha from Switzerland.
Oh, sweet. How you doing? If you were chatting to me or us on my YouTube channel during that time, I was too busy with a mic in my hand singing, and I wasn't looking. Sorry. I apologize. So I didn't really see you again until Steve's car.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be very cautious. I think.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't block people. So, oh, you're on Casper's scope. Okay. Oh, look at me up later. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you did. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, we got any more questions or comments about Taiwan? I was glad that we were able to, answer the questions. Yeah.
And otherwise,
that's a good question. I love when people ask that stuff.
Yeah.
Why should I come to Taiwan? The thing is, right? That wasn't it. It really was. The thing is, you'll have people that'll bomb your scope. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, I give them the floor. All right, look, okay, so. Tell us why. Why should we follow you? And you know who used to do that was Terry White. Terry White would be in the middle of like a presentation about Adobe, Photoshop or something, and somebody would say, "Follow me," and he would say, "Wait a minute,
let's go."
And he would ask him, and the point being that, of course, the vast majority of the time they had no idea why somebody should follow them. They just want to follow us, right? They couldn't tell you why. Piling's the same.
No, Terry White.
Oh.
That's not Piling. Terry White is completely different.
Yeah. So it's like, if you can't tell somebody why they should watch you, then why should they? A girl, okay. Yeah. Oh, you mean Piling. Oh, that stupid girl that's always exposing her breasts. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The famous girl that nobody knows why she's famous. There's many people that are famous, but nobody knows why. They have no discernible talent.
That's like Piling.
Piling, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh,
no. He says no.
Okay, never mind. Sorry. Well, she said PAI, but the romanization was usually Pi. Okay, sorry about that. All right, never mind. So it's not her. Okay, watch. I'm gonna get a letter from Piling's lawyer.
But I think also for me, I will go back to
how's it going?
To my hotel in a minute.
Yeah.
And
it's time to sign off.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I can bring you guys in the taxi, but it will be just too dark. So I think that will be just a boring will be too boring.
Yeah.
Or do you have something to add to the scope? Maybe Betty, you want to add something for us? Oh, just.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you know, if you would like to visit Taiwan, it's not on the travel radar, and there isn't as much support here for other people as there are on, you know, for other destinations. Yeah, I know.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's only 200. Only 200. My block list is bigger than my followers list. But seriously, yeah, Taiwan is a destination that people don't know about, and what's really good, and it makes me feel good, is I've asked my followers, is your perception of Taiwan different or better than what it was before, you know?
Yeah.
And they always say, oh yeah, you know, and I think it's a great place and when I come here. And many people have come here. Sure, it's our pleasure, thank you. And many people have come here based on what they've seen on Periscope, you know? And guys like John Sabo, I mean, John Sabo is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, really promoting Taiwan.
Absolutely. If you ask me, he should be getting the APRC. I mean, really.
He should apply.
You know what? I think he should.
Just get it immediately.
I think he should. I think Jevons would be more than willing to go and help him with the paperwork. But I think he should, so it's our pleasure. Thanks very much. And so yeah, it's a place that the laws of physics don't apply in some respects. It's hard to describe Taiwan. It doesn't really fit any other mold of any other place I've ever been. And even this neighborhood, Michael Turton, who's been here like 25 years, he comes here and he tells me there's no other place in Taiwan like this neighborhood. He comes here and over here and other places, and he's like, it's unbelievable. But yeah, if you want the vacation of a lifetime without having to mortgage the house again for another 30 years, and you don't have to worry about, you know, getting tropical diseases, and you want to be able to taste the local culture but not be too far away from the infrastructure, this is the place. Some friends of mine, I stayed and we were in rice paddies. He went, whoa! Yeah, I took a left. Look, there's a temple. And everywhere you see is rice paddies. I said, but watch, we're going to go like 3, 4, 5 streets, come out in the street, boom, we're back in civilization. Yeah, that's just how it is here. Yeah. It falls off. It's amazing. A Japanese woman that I've known for a long time came to Taiwan back in 2004. I popped her in the back of my motor scooter, and I went just down the road, and I took a left, and I said, let's take a look at the sign, because she could read, you know, the kanji. And look at her, and she was crying. She had tears in her eyes. I said, what's wrong? She said, I haven't seen rice fields like this since I was a kid. I said, well, they're all over here. They're all over in Taiwan. So you ain't seen nothing yet. So
actually, this morning I was walking on the other side of the Huko Mountain through the rice fields. It was just really so wonderful, especially right now. Because now it's like almost a golden color.
Yes, so they got the stalks on the heads. Yeah.
Just wonderful.
Wonderful is a good description.
And then you see the wind blowing, and then you see the like,
rippling through. You've never seen until you have sat by a rice field when the wind's blowing, when it's near the harvest time. You've never seen anything like it. It's fantastic. Yeah, and that's one of the joys that you can have in Taiwan. But like 20 minutes later, be back in your hotel in a super modern setting, in, you know, hot springs. It's just incredible. So.
Oh, really? Taiwan?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually met a couple of guys that work on a high-speed rail. Some engineers, and they said the same thing. Yeah, they know, because they're working like in a rice field all day, and they drive 45 minutes, and they're back in civilization at this big hotel, and it's fantastic. You can go to the beach and you can go to the mountain in the same day here. So where I lived in New Hampshire, we had the beach and we had the mountain, but they weren't that close. fact, the whole state of New Hampshire is
It's
probably
awesome.
bigger than Taiwan. But yeah, so.
For me, it's always difficult when I'm in Taiwan. The first couple of days
Yeah, I hear you.
is the
High-speed rail there, yeah.
is the high humidity, the high temperature. But after 3 days, 4 days, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
like a.
Oh, I got to turn you on to the powder. There's a Thai, actually it's British, but they sell it in Thailand. It's called Snake brand. There's a cooling powder that you got to have.
And it's like you just take it.
No, it's a powder.
Oh,
It's
you
a
put it
body
on.
powder. Yeah,
Yeah.
you put it on your private areas, and it lowers the temperature. But more importantly than that, it protects against prickly heat. That's the main thing.
Ah.
That's the main thing you got to protect against. So. Oh, Mike, that's the right channel. That's Mike. Mike, sorry we didn't see you. He misspelled. That's okay. No big deal.
No big deal now.
JK, yeah. we know.
JK, whatever.
We know. Thanks so much. So let's sign off. And
Yes.
we got a couple pieces of chicken. Maybe we'll eat them. Maybe we'll not.
I want to thank you all to have joined this this great Periscope again,
Yes.
and to be here with you, and to have the Taiwan live. It's just awesome to be here back in Taiwan and also with you here. And
Thank you very much.
love to see you in the next stream somewhere.
I am. You're gonna take the shirt off and get it back to me, right? Afterwards, right? Really? Are you?
I don't think so. I will bring it to the next Periscope. Thank you so much.
See you guys. You guys take care.
And see you next time.
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
joining. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care now. Bye bye. See you. That's okay, Mike. We know. Thank you. Very, very good. Bye bye now. See you.